Oh, and I didn't toot our own horn, but I will say while we're at it, we outperformed Bitcoin. We're up 54%. MicroStrategy stock has outperformed every big tech, 95% of the NASDAQ, all the asset classes, while we've been criticized for losing money on Bitcoin.
So why is it saying you guys lost 1.8 billion?
When Bitcoin got to $50,000 a coin, we sold $1 billion worth of stock at $700 a share. We converted the equity into Bitcoin. Bitcoin traded down. And so technically, the Bitcoin that we bought at that point is worth less today. And so you can say that's a non-cash.
The one you bought at 32K or 39K, something like that. You bought it at 39,000?
If you bought Bitcoin more than the current trading price, then you can say that you lost money buying it. But if you actually paid for it with cash or equity that was valued proportionate, then you've actually created shareholder value. We've actually created enterprise value. The company's enterprise value is expanded by a factor of 5. Our shareholders have made more money than any other investment, so they're all fine. People are just cherry picking random trading periods in order to make some observation.
Mm-hmm. Got it. And then this story here, to the Ethereum folks who would love for me to ask you this question. There's no second best. MicroStrategy would be up 1.6 billion if it invested in Ethereum. This was a month ago. What are your thoughts on this wonderful article?
The problem is Ethereum is a security. I mean, look, I don't mean to be mean about it, but it's pretty evident. Vitalik is the CEO of Ethereum. There is a 10-year roadmap with 160 blocks. One of the little blocks in the roadmap says elect secret leader. Another block is give people the ability to unstake their coin. Another block is set the monetary policy. Ethereum is an incomplete crypto network. It's a work in progress. And so the problem fundamentally is it's a security, which means to promote a security is securities fraud. It's that simple, right? When you're promoting Ethereum, you're promoting Joe Lubin and Vitalik's company, and it's their token. There was a pre-mine, there's an ICO, they changed the monetary policy, and they currently are holding $20 billion worth of their investors' assets hostage. And we don't know when the money will be released. So here's the issue. At some point, the SEC is going to deem them a security. If they are a security, it's illegal to trade them on any exchange, in the U.S., really in the world, right? I mean, and unless someone creates a path to register a digital security. Look, I would have nothing against Ethereum if they said, look, we're a company, this is a security, we're going to register it. Okay, what's the board of directors? Who owns it? What's the rules? Give us all the risk factors. A very simple question. Do you know who's going to make the decision to give the $20 billion of ETH back? Because there is no representation as to when you'll be able to unstake ETH. It's not clear who makes the decision. What happens if that one person disappears? What if they decide to never give you your ETH back? Okay, that is a problem. So as a publicly traded company, I'm going to make a technical argument. Publicly traded companies can't hold more than 40% of their balance sheet in a security. Like if it was Apple stock and it had 100,000 pages of disclosures, I still couldn't hold more than 40% of my balance sheet in it because, an operating company can't hold any more securities without becoming an SEC 40 reporting company. It's a totally different thing. So technically, we couldn't buy securities if we wanted to. And otherwise, look, Bitcoin's protocol has been pretty much set in stone with a series of only soft forks for 14 years. Ethereum changes every 6 months. And so it's a different thing. As for back testing it, I could go back and say, what if I had bought such and such yo-yo coin token too? But as I've said, there are 22,000 tokens. Nearly all of them are unregistered securities, which means they're trading illegally, unethically on illegal exchanges. What could go wrong? Like I wouldn't put a penny into any of those tokens. If you said, my cousin Vinny's, got yo-yo dying, and do you want to buy some of the penny stock and just trust me? I was like, no. It's no different than Boiler Room, right? Or, the Wolf of Wall Street, right? The Ethereum people have an aggressive technical ambition But ultimately, it's not a complete project. They've got a 10-year roadmap. When it's complete, 5 years after that, you'll know if it breaks or doesn't break. And at some point, there's the question of, is it decentralized or not? It's pretty obviously not decentralized when you're waiting for the supreme leader to give you the plan.